Hey everybody, this is my 1911 from the CMP. I got it in April 2024. It's a service grade. It has a Colt slide and rim-to-rim frame. The frame is dated. Serial number is 1.3 million, so it's around 1943 era. This is going to be a quick field strip. First time I ever done it. So I want to take a look what's inside, see if it's dirty or not, see how it came from the CMP. First thing you want to do is make sure everything's clear. It's fine if the hammer's back. I always put the safety on. Everything is clear. Now you got a plunger here. You push that down. This is your barrel bushing. You rotate that clockwise. Now this is under a lot of pressure, so you gotta be careful. Pop it up. You can just take that off real quick. Now you take your safety off. And I slide my back. You have a little notch here. This is your slide release. That's where it normally catches your slide. There's a little notch right before it, a little indentation. You want to line that up with the back part of your slide release. And here's a back part here. This is your pin. That's your slide release pin. You just push that in. As long as all this is lined up, it'll just pop on out like that. And you pull it out. That's your slide release and the pin combined. And you can just slide your slide right off the front. Here's your frame. You take your spring out. Here's your barrel bushing. Now you got to turn that counterclockwise all the way until it stops. Then you can take your barrel bushing out. And you can just slide your barrel out. You got this little lever here. You got to pull it forward. That's where your slide release is. A little notch there. That's where your slide release goes in. The little pin. There's your barrel. There's your slide. Now that's all. I'm going to break it down. I'm not going to break it down any farther. I can, but it's a little more meticulous that way. I really just want to take a look at the barrel. So there's some pretty decent rifling in it. So clean it out. Put some solution in it. Right now I'm just getting all a bunch of solution in, let it sit for a minute. And I'm just going to spray everything else down with some little CLP. I'll try and avoid getting into like where your fire pin is. But this thing is actually has some looks like grease and oil on it already from the CMP. Just give everything a good wipe down. Get in the rails, clean them out. A little bit of wear right here on the slide, not much. See, your extractor looks good. Get a little Q-tip, put a little bit of solution on it. Just working around, trying to see if there's any carbon buildup or anything like that. Looks pretty good. Well, that solution's been sitting for a little bit. Run a clean patch through, see what it looks like. Not bad. I want to brush through it real quick. Put a little more solution in it. I'm going to slide a brush through. Let's try to go one way, cleaning wise. Do it one more time. Barrel looks very nice, very clean. Let's do some clean patches through it. Give it a little twist while I'm pushing it through. It looks pretty good, nice and clean. It's not much of a ramp here, but I make sure the ramp is nice and cleaned off. These little lugs here, locking lugs. Make sure everything's nice and clean down there. Get two right here. Give a good wipe with an oily rag. What I always do, I get a little mop. Just put a little bit of oil on it, nothing much. I just run it through once. Give a little twist while you're doing it. And that's that. Wipe it down again with an oily rag. And start wiping everything else down. Take that off. Now I'm going to put a little grease on the rails. Don't have to go crazy, just a little bit of grease. I also look for any metal. Here's a little bit of wear and tear metal. Just a little bit there, nothing crazy. On the barrel, always do the top side of the barrel. So put a little bit on, rub it in with your finger. Just rub it all the way around. Concentrate a little bit more on the top side though. Use your locking lugs. Nothing crazy, just a little coat. Make sure your ramp is clean, which it is. After reassemble, sometimes I always looking also in here. I can see a little wear and tear here, so I'll put a little bit on my finger. Where I see any metal wear. That's pretty good. So, make sure this tab is forward. Slide the barrel in. And you get your spring. Slide that in. You got the little ears here. You put those down towards the barrel. Use your tab. You pull it up a little bit, but you still want the tab forward. And I just kind of hold everything in place right now. And we'll put the barrel bushing on. Rotate it around clockwise until it stops. sure the tab's forward. And you slide your slide on. You want this hole to line up with that tab. This is your retaining pin where your slide release. You drop it in. I always drop it in, placing it totally down. And then next thing you want to do is you want to line up that first little notch again, the way you took it off. That's how you want to put it back on. Now some people make the mistake, they'll slide this up. This person did it, whoever had it before me, you can tell it's all scratched up right here. Slide up, you don't have to do that. You pick it up a little bit, swing it over so it's totally clearing. And as long as you have that little notch lined up, all you gotta do is just line it up. It's a little tricky, but you just line up nice. You just push it down, straight down. Sometimes you gotta maneuver it back and forth a little bit. It just drops straight in. That's all you gotta do. Nothing crazy. And I slide my slide forward again. Put my safety on, so it's easy to mess with this. Push your bushing back in. Remember, it's under spring tension. Don't want to go zipping away. Slide your barrel over again, your barrel bushing over again. On top of your plunger. And that's it. Release your safety. Rack. Little excess grease coming out of it, it's fine. Give it a good wipe with a nice oily rag. And that is it. This is my 1911 from the CMP. It's a Colt slide, rim-to-rim frame. It's a service grade. It's very good shape. I'm very pleased with it. There'll be another one added to my collection. A little wipe here. There's too much grease on it. I want it too greasy, too oily. There you go. Alrighty. So that was a quick field strip. Just quick cleaning to see how it came from the CMP. It came very well maintained, very clean. So I'm very happy with it. So this is my 1911 from the CMP. Thanks for watching.